right, so I'm headed to Grand Junction, Colorado. I gotta pick Lily up from school today. I'm bringing the scrambler. We got the guys at the shop running through a checklist on the wrecker, getting the exhaust fixed, checking for cracks, the bushings and the leaf springs, and seeing if we can rig something up for a parking brake. That's kind of becoming a thing, like we should probably have. Left it to the guys. They're supposed to be filming and putting the truck together. I'm excited just as much as anybody else to see how that's turning out. What's up?
What you got going on, Mikey?
The exhaust was loose from its original location. So now we've created a rattle, you see. That's how Rory likes it.
Right up in there. Mikey's just welding it all up, straighten the tips out. What are we doing back here?
We got some blowed out bushings. Right there and right there, not so good no more. But wait, there's more.
But wait.
We've got this crack over here. Where'd it go? Sean found it. It's right there. I think there's another crack up here by this passenger mirror somewhere. We got to do something about that. If we're feeling real spunky, we can add in a parking brake by robbing some parts off stuff in the back to make this one stop. Bing bong, look at this. Seems like it's in there.
I wonder if we could move this to the outside of the frame and just run you.
Dude, that'd be so
cable
much
here.
Easier. Because that other one reaches pretty far. It could come over to here. All right, so update this end right here. The cable does not move.
Seized in there.
Anyway, so we're back to hunting.
Back to hunting.
You know, I think it's gonna work. Look at that. What? Look, it works.
Yeah.
See, these are in good shape. I vote we go this route somehow.
Sorry, Robbie Layton. We're stealing your e-brake cables.
All right, we got it. It fought back a little, but we won. So if we have our little bracket that we're gonna go cut off the Ford, he's gonna live under here somewhere. And it'll pull on all the cables to make the e-brake brake. Fire safety crew here. Got you. Here you go. Tell us what's going on here, Sean.
We got a bracket that holds the cable, this cable right here. We're just gonna tack it together, button everything all up, because we gotta put another one on that in for the truck cable. And then we'll put these 3 cables
Together, push the pedal,
forever.
And see if it does what
it needs to do.
Yeah. So there we are. We just picked up Lily from school. Well, we picked you up in the new Jeep. Isn't it cool?
The doors?
There's doors at the shop. We have doors.
Good.
So we'll put doors on when it's cold.
I like the cup holders. That's all I like. Well, I like more stuff in here, but not that much.
All right, so game plan. Check it out. We'll cut it back a ways here. Pull the insulation off. One end will be here. And then we'll use, what do you call those? Cable crimp things?
The U-bolts. Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hey-oh! We got a winner. She doing things. The creation is nearly complete. We've added this bracket from the Dodge,
cable from the Dodge. So we got one Ford cable.
Yeah.
All going on a Chevy. Okay, so tires are turning, and Sean pushes the pedal. Bam! Stopping. We just got a burn on this bracket, and that they're just kind of tacked for now.
Hey, you're wearing a different shirt today, Mikey.
I know, I've changed. These pants have been unyucked up yet.
Look who's back.
Well, this guy is back.
Guess who's back?
Da-na-na-na.
So, we were running the Kevlar impregnated bushings, and I keep sawing them in half. We're gonna see what these do. How old are these springs? 5 months? March, April, May, June, July, August. About 6 months. And I'd put new bushings in when I did the springs, the new Kevlars, and so these are holding up better. So we're gonna swap to these up here and maybe introduce some grease to the equation and see if that helps. Actually, can we make sure that grease goes through one of those?
Oh yeah, she's a spurter.
Yeah?
Works. Oh, what the?
What? Did it come off?
The wrong way. Like, all wrong. Everything went for south here. You let one person borrow your grease, a Toyota guy, look at this thing. Look at this thing. Everything's messed up.
Oh, is that Justin?
Yeah. Toyota guys.
I thought of doing like a second channel, Trailmater 2.
Yeah.
So a second channel of just us being morons in the shop or on the trail or whatever. You know, this is not family oriented.
Mikey, how long you been a camera guy? You're pretty good at it.
Camera guy?
Yeah.
Well, I got about a solid 3 months of experience, maybe 5.
Me and Mike were just mechanics, and then Rory just like one day was like, "You're a camera guy now." So
I did it right. I said, "You get a camera. You get a camera."
But wait, look under your seat.
Everybody gets a camera.
Just by an inch.
Look at that.
Look at that.
That is beautiful. Okay, so here we are in the shop. We have 2 very different wreckers here. So we are trying to explain the difference between on-road and off-road. Now, before everybody gets angry, I'm explaining my difference, my reasoning, and why I do what I do, okay? So this truck right here has a traditional tow style boom on it. All this is a pivot point to bring it out here. So the winch line comes out and down. There's nothing to hold this here. So now when you're coming down a very steep hill or on an obstacle, that means this pole, if the vehicle is up higher or putting any tension on it, it'll stand it up. It will park that vehicle on the back of this vehicle. So that's the whole purpose of my truck being set up with a gen pole style, where the cable comes through here and runs up to the block and comes down. That is always putting tension on this pole to hold it down. I've seen so many of the frames break in half because the frames flex and twist, and then you put a wrecker boom in here and it solidifies it, and then it's twisting and breaking the frame. This truck, everything about the cage ties into itself to strengthen the frame, to keep that from happening. There's a whole reason this truck is designed the way it is. It is not designed to do what this truck does, because this truck is based off of a tow truck, a more traditional style tow truck. And traditional style tow trucks don't work to this level of off-road. That's why I'll never take this onto the extreme stuff, especially not until I stop laughing, Sean, until I get some rock sliders on here. Because if I get the rock sliders on and I triangulate those rock sliders and I tie them into everything, then that stiffens the frame and keeps it from twisting, because that's the biggest thing you want to keep from doing. So until that's done, we'll keep it on the easier trails. And there's plenty of differences in the trucks. Like I said, wheelbase is different. The blue is a lot longer. The back of the rear axle tube to the back bumper is 33 inches. On this one, from the rear axle tube to the back bumper, is 27 inches. So it's 6 inches shorter. The difference in the front overhang and everything. Of course, this bumper is more traditional style. This one was tucked up for a reason. This was tucked up and hid in here and designed to be this way for clearance and everything. The biggest thing is you still want to have front weight. You can't tuck everything back and not have something. You've got to have the weight out front, which is also why this is 2-inch solid bar and this is 1/2-inch steel plate just welded on here for front weight. So I do technically have tractor weights on there. It's just different and it's down low. Anyway, I'm just pointing out some differences because, yeah, let's talk about the Tow Truck Olympics. Let's throw this out here. So, I don't know anything about the Tow Truck Olympics. I know it's happening. I know Matt's putting it on. I know as much as you guys because I watch the videos too, and that's where I get my information, and that's all I've got. I hope it's a towing related event, because if it's just who has the faster truck or who can do this or who can do that, then there's certain trucks that are gonna win. And I get that, and I'm fine with that either way. I think it's gonna be a great time. As far as pulling a disabled vehicle off of a trail in some of the harshest conditions and doing no damage to the vehicle being towed, I'm not saying we're the best. I'm just saying we'll show up and compete. We don't care. We'll do it. I mean, that's the real life nature of it. We may not have the perfect machine, but we've got the perfect crew, and we'll figure it out. If a leaf spring breaks or a bolt falls off, we'll either jack it up, replace it, repair it in place, and keep going, or we'll weld it back together and keep going. Either way, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
Anyway, that's a brief explanation of the differences between a modified on-road tow truck and a true off-road recovery rig. And I feel that's what this one is. Anyway, so there it is. Take it or leave it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for everything. I wear my sunglasses at night. So,
Yeah. I can't stop recording. My hands are full.
Oh, you want some help? Let me help you.